What's up, guys? Brendan Hancock here with another episode of Groove Subaru today, and I'm sitting inside of a 2017 Subaru Forester. It's a 2.5i Limited, but what's most important here is that we've got the 7-inch screen, and today we're going to talk about how to make phone calls without using voice activation. Now, voice activation is extremely good in this car. It's very good with the 7-inch screen. However, if you have, for example, a very thick accent, or the name that you're calling is, a foreign name that is very difficult for voice recognition to pick up, you may still want to make phone calls, and there's a very easy way to do it with your hands still on the wheel and your eyes, for most of the time, on the road. Where we're going to look here, on the left side of the steering wheel, you've got two buttons in particular that we're going to look at. You have the phone off the hook button, so phone coming off the hook. This is going to be how you answer incoming phone calls. And then we have a phone going back on the hook, and this is how you're going to either end a current call or reject an incoming call as well. It's another way to kind of keep your hands on the wheel and make those two things happen. But what we're going to do here is we're actually going to hit the phone off the hook button. Now, obviously, your phone needs to be paired and everything already. You need to have your contacts transferred over. But what that's going to pull up is it's going to pull up this screen right here when we hit the phone off the hook button on the left side of the steering wheel. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to hit the list button. Now, this is right over on the left side of the steering wheel, if you can see that, right to the right of the the plus and the minus and the two arrows here. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit that list button. Now, that's going to give us the ability, you're going to see that cursor pop up here. Now, that's going to then allow us to use the plus and the minus buttons, which are typically used for controlling volume, to scroll up and down using the minus button here for down, the plus button for up here. Now, if I hit the left arrow, what that's going to do, that's going to pull me up here to contacts here. You can see where it's blue now. I can scroll over, go through my call history if I wanted to, and then could also go over to speed dials if I wanted to do that as well. Now, it's very easy to set up a speed dial. All you need to do is go to your contacts here, and you'll see along the left-hand side you have these stars. All you need to do is simply tap that star, and that'll highlight it there. And then I can simply, now since I've touched the screen, I need to hit that list button again to give me the cursor back. There you go. Now I can scroll over to speed dial. Already I have that name in there for speed dial. So this is nice if you've got a couple names that you very frequently call and voice activation, whether it's because of accent or other reasons, is not working very well for you. This is another way that's very easy to make those phone calls. Now, if I wanted to actually go through and make a call here, now we've got, things blurred out here for obvious reasons, but I'm going to use these. So I've gone over this Abby name here. I'm going to use the middle button, which is typically used for muting over here on the left side, to select that. And then I've got two options here. I can either hit the phone off the hook to make the call, or I can just hit that middle button again to actually make the call as well. So another thing that we could do, if I had not selected that name, for example, to set that as a speed dial, I can simply select a person's name and then hit add to speed dial. That's another way that you can set up those speed dials. So hopefully you guys have found this video helpful. Voice activation, like I mentioned, is going to be how you make a majority of the phone calls, but for those who find voice activation to be difficult, or perhaps the name of the person you're calling is not something that voice is going to pick up, this is a second way of making calls very easily in the car. Thanks for watching, guys, and hope to see you guys next time on Groove Subaru today.